This Czech player is Mexico's worst nightmare, and El Tri's coaching staff knows it. His name barely trends on football Twitter. But when the 2026 World Cup draw pits Mexico against Czechia, this one midfielder could single-handedly break Jaime Lozano's entire system. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about him. Here's the problem. Mexico wants to play like Spain. Short passes, patient build-up, center-backs splitting wide while Edson Alvarez drops between them. It looks pretty on paper. Against Honduras, against Panama, it works. But the second a real European side turns up the heat, El Tri panics. We saw it against the USA in the Nations League. We saw it against Uruguay. The first pass out of the back becomes a coin flip. Now enter Tomáš Sousek's understudy in this new Czech generation, Pavel Sulk. The Plzeň playmaker doesn't just press. He hunts. His pressing triggers are insane. The moment a center-back receives the ball facing his own goal, Sulk is already 3 yards into the cover shadow, cutting the passing lane to the pivot. He averages 24 pressures per 90 in the Czech league. 24. That's Jamal Musiala territory. And here's why that matters for Mexico specifically. Johan Vázquez and Cesar Montes are not comfortable being rushed. Montes especially loves the long diagonal switch, but he needs 2 full seconds to pick his head up. Sulk gives him 0. Watch his game against Sparta in October, he forced 4 turnovers in the opposition half by himself. 4. Pause for a second. Think about how Mexico actually scores goals. It's almost always through Luis Chavez or Orbelin finding pockets between the lines. But if your center-backs can't even complete the first pass, those pockets never get fed. The whole machine stalls. Suddenly you're hoofing it to Santi Jimenez and praying. So here's my prediction for Mexico versus Czechia. 1-1, maybe even 0-0. I know that sounds boring, but hear me out. Mexico will dominate possession, probably 58-60%. The stats will look great. But expected goals? Under 1.0. Chavez will get frustrated, start shooting from 30 yards. Lozano will throw on Henry Martin around the 70th minute hoping for a header off a set piece. That's where Mexico's goal comes from. A corner. A scrappy second ball. Czechia's goal. Sulk forces a turnover 35 yards from Memo Ochoa's net, plays a quick 1-2, and either he or Adam Hlozek finishes it. Bet your house on it. The funny thing is, Mexican media is obsessed with Patrick Schick. Yeah, he's the name. He's the goal scorer. But Schick won't decide this match. The guy pressing your build-up into oblivion will. The guy whose name you can't pronounce yet. By the end of this World Cup, you'll know exactly who Pavel Sulk is. And one more thing, if Czechia's manager is smart, he pairs Sulk with a man marker on Edson Alvarez. Cut off the pivot, and Mexico has literally no plan B. We've seen this movie before. Argentina 2022 group stage. Mexico had 60% of the ball and registered 2 shots on target the entire match. 2. This is the matchup El Tri fans should be losing sleep over, not the group of death talk, not the Lozano-Aguirre debate. One Czech 23-year-old with relentless legs and a tactical brain could end Mexico's tournament before it starts. Subscribe right now for daily World Cup 2026 breakdowns, tactical previews nobody else is making. And tap the next video on screen where I break down why the USA's midfield is actually a disaster waiting to happen. You don't want to miss it.